We are discussing air fryers this morning. I tell you, when air fryers came on the scene, they were touted as a device to give a bit of kitchen power to the culinarily challenged. But with great power comes great responsibility, namely cooking food for the right amount of time. Sounds simple? Well, an Australian survey has revealed not everyone is reading the manual.
Oh, well, who does?
For more, we're joined by CEO of the Australian Food Information Council, Lydia Buchtmann. Lydia, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Kia ora.
What did your survey find?
Look, it was really interesting. There have been sporadic cases of food poisoning around Australia, not big outbreaks like you get with a restaurant. And it took a while to work out what it was. And it seemed most of these people have been cooking in an air fryer and doing things like crumbed food, the schnitzels or the parmigiana or something like that. As a result. And air fryers work a little bit different. They are quite a bit hotter than an oven. They run hot air around it, and while it all looks crispy and lovely on the outside, on the inside, you might find you've still got raw meat or chicken inside, which is really not a good idea.
Okay, so obviously people are not reading the manual, but also people probably aren't ready to use an air fryer. Would that be fair to say? Stick to the conventional oven?
No, air fryers are great. I mean, we certainly found that 2 out of 3 Aussies had one, and I'm sure you guys might be the same. They're really easy. They make great chips, for example. And if you've got a big family and it's good to cook things up quickly, or even your teenagers can use it, they're good products. But firstly, read the manual. Certainly the theme of our Food Safety Week this side of the Tasman is look before you cook. And that's looking at those food safety instructions on food packaging. That's cooking instructions, storage instructions, that sort of stuff too. And they're the same to both sides of the Tasman. Food Standards Australia and New Zealand does the same regulations for both countries. So look out for those. But certainly, we're quite keen with so many people using air fryers, and we did that survey. I had a feeling that people had air fryers, but just sort of like all other kitchen gadgets, left them in the cupboard and didn't use them very much. But no, 2 out of 3 of the people with air fryers, they use them at least once a week, and some use them several times a week. So they're very popular, they're very convenient, but you just have to be that little bit careful. So a couple of tips there. Firstly is read the instructions in your air fryer manual. Look out, there are more and more instructions on the food packaging, like you see cooking in an oven or on the stovetop instructions, or even in the microwave. There's starting to be more instructions about using for air fryers, and we'd like to see the food industry put more on them, which would be great.
Yes, I was going to say that, because there are no instructions. I mean, when you look at instructions like for a frozen chicken, it tells you how long you should cook it in an oven. It tells you how long you can either want to fry it, but it doesn't have instructions for air fry. So that's what you want to see, is that right?
It would be good. It would make it a whole lot safer. And we're slowly seeing those coming in, but it would be good if it's moved up a little bit more. And it sort of happened when microwaves came in, also a different way of cooking things. And slowly microwave instructions were on food packaging. So do look out for those, and perhaps even follow them would be useful. So it's good. The other thing we're talking about, and it's Food Safety Week this side of the Tasman, was trying to encourage people to read all the others, not just the cooking instructions, but the storage instructions, and of course to stop food waste, to work out the difference between use by dates, which mean use by, don't use it after that date, and best before dates, which you can use after, but they might not taste as good. It might be a bit stale or have a bit less nutrition, but they're still fine there.
All right, Lydia Buchtmann, good to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
You're welcome.
Sometimes I'll throw the chicken in the microwave first.
What, to warm it up?
The frozen
Yeah.
chicken.
Defrost it.
And then chuck it into the...
Do you not take it out in the morning and then just let it thaw?
Yeah, but you just cook it just ever so slightly in the microwave.
You're cooking it in the microwave?
No, not cooking it, I am
Defrosting
a little bit.
And then cooking.
Just a little bit. And then you put it in the air fryer, and then that way it cooks all the way through, but it doesn't get dry. Don't look at me like that.
Okay.
I've tried it, it works.
It's our judgment.
I mean, the other way to check.
Otherwise, I have to read the instructions.
Cut through the chicken, and if it's clear and still pink, it's not good. Okay, Campylobacter, salmonella, all the rest of it. If it's white, you're good to go.
You're good to go.
Right.
The only reason why we brought an air fryer was for the boys, for the kids, because it was an easy way of just throwing chicken nuggets in there. Those kind of quick meals that they can have when they get home.
That's great.
Yeah. So, but in terms of using it, I'm not a convert. I prefer the oven.
Yeah,
I love the oven.
I love
I got one for my wife for Christmas last year. Who says romance is dead? And we've given it a good thrashing since then. You can do things a bit more complicated if you want. It doesn't have to be just simple things.
You know the best
Like
thing in
what?
it?
What can you do that's complicated in it? Give me a recipe.
Well, I'm saying you can either just take Jenny May's recipe of just whacking some chicken in the microwave in an air fryer, or you can crumb it and do
Season.
something, put something a little bit extra on it.
Leftover chips, fries, if there's any, whack them in it. Seriously, crispy.
I just ate a hard-boiled egg that I did in the air fryer yesterday.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, and
But you couldn't just
haven't
put it
felt sick just yet.
on the stove with water and boil the water. And
I could have done, but I just whacked a few in the air fryer. Didn't have to worry about water
Move with
bubbling
the
over.
times, Daniel Faitau.
we went.
Move with the times.
Then gains.
All right, I'm